All right, let's talk about one of the most powerful skills you can ever learn. How to share information so people don't just hear you, but they actually get it and remember it.
You know that feeling, right? You've got this amazing, brilliant idea lighting up your mind, you try to explain it to someone, and all you get back is just blank stares. It's so frustrating, but the good news is it's totally fixable, and we're going to walk through exactly how to do that right now.
Okay, first things first. This is maybe the most important rule of all. Your number one goal is to inform, not to persuade. And that difference is everything. Look, when you inform, you're a teacher. Your whole mission is just to educate, and you win if your audience walks away with a new understanding. But persuasion, that's different. That puts you in the role of an advocate. You're trying to get them to agree with you or to take some kind of action. For what we're doing today, we're putting on that teacher's hat.
So, where does this skill actually come into play? Well, it tends to show up in three main arenas that, trust me, you'll run into all the time.
First up, you've got the classic speech. This is you in full-on teacher mode, standing in front of people, presenting facts, and just making a complicated topic feel simple. It's live, it's direct. But what if you need that information to last? Well, that's where reports come in. See, a speech is in the moment, but a report? That's built to be permanent. It's a structured, formal document. Think of a business plan or a scientific paper. It's just pure, solid information that people can come back to again and again. And finally, we have presentations, which, hey, is exactly what this is. It's kind of the best of both worlds. It combines the live energy of a speech with the clarity of a report, and it uses visuals to really make the key ideas stick. Now, each one of these has its place, but the rules for making things clear, they're the same for all of them.
All right, let's get into the how-to. We need to talk about your blueprint for clarity because without a solid structure, even the best, most amazing information just gets totally lost.
And there's a real scientific reason for this. It's something called cognitive load theory. Basically, if a message is a jumbled mess, our brains have to work way too hard just trying to sort it out. And when that happens, there's no mental energy left over to actually absorb the new knowledge. So a clear structure isn't just a nice-to-have, it's absolutely essential. And luckily, that structure is super simple. You already know it. You start with an introduction that hooks your audience, then you have the body, where you lay out your main points one by one, and you finish with a conclusion that neatly summarizes everything. Intro, body, conclusion. That's it. That's your foundation. Now, inside the body, you've got some really powerful tools to organize your points. You can group them by subtopics, that's called topical. You can arrange them in a timeline, that's chronological. You could describe a physical area, that's spatial. Or you can show how one thing leads to another, that's cause and effect. Picking the right one makes all the difference.
Okay, so we have our blueprint, but what are we going to build it with? Let's talk about building a strong, credible case using solid evidence.
If you want your message to land, you need to back it up with what I call the 3 pillars of credibility. First, you need hard data, facts and stats. Second, you need relatable stories, examples that make an abstract idea feel real. And third, you bring in the experts, quotes from people who are authorities on the subject. For instance, just saying, "the economy grew." Well, it's kind of vague, right? But what if you said, "According to a 2023 World Bank report, the Philippines' GDP grew by 5.9%. Whoa! Now that has impact. It's specific, it's sourced, and it's way more credible.
Same thing goes for expert testimony. You could try to explain the science yourself, or you could quote an actual marine biologist like Dr. Maria Santos. The second she says it, her credibility instantly becomes your credibility. It's a total game changer.
So, we have covered a lot of ground. Let's pull this all together and pack it into your own personal communication toolkit.
It really boils down to these 4 things. 1. Define your goal. You're here to inform. 2. Know your arena. Is it a speech, a report, or a presentation? 3. Choose your blueprint. Get that logical structure in place. And finally, 4. Build your case using those pillars of credibility: facts, stories, and experts. And there you have it. You now have a powerful framework for sharing knowledge in a way that truly connects with people. So I guess the only question left is, what important idea are you going to share with the world next?